Hello everyone, today we are going to present to you about green HRM practices and environmental performance. So we all know that sustainability has been a widely discussed topic in the management discipline, and environmental performance is one of the subtopics under sustainability. So environmental performance is known as the measurable element of how an organization engage its surroundings resources, whether it can be a positive or negative usage of resources, and whether their behavior in the organization is contributing to the benefits to the environment or not. So among the factors that can affect the environmental performance of the employees, we actually found out that there are limited literature which addresses how HRM, the human resource management practices, that has an influence on the employees' environmental performance, where this study is intended to discuss about its impacts on the environmental performance. So one of the mediator that we can suggest to measure the relationship between the HRM practices and the environmental performance is the green work engagement. So the main reason why we want to choose green work engagement is it started to gain a rising concern where because the work environment has been dominated some of the factors, some of the outcome in the organization context.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Gunn, for the introduction just now. So as you can see, this is our research framework. So based on the literature, we have tried to narrow down on the most important factors to test against the dependent variable, which is the employee's environmental performance. So as mentioned by Dr. Gunn just now, the mediator is a green work engagement. And for this research, we have identified 3 independent variables, which is green training, green recruitment, and green performance management. So for the green training, we want to see how by giving a training about the environment practices and so on will lead to employees' environmental performance. So that is for hypothesis 1. And then as for the hypothesis 2, we want to see how the recruitment process that is very environmental friendly can also influence the employees' environmental performance, which is the hypothesis 2. And lastly, we also want to see how the green performance management can also lead to employees' environmental performance. And all these 3 independent variables, we also want to test it with the mediator, as mentioned previously, which is the green work engagement. So for this study, in order to investigate this phenomena in regards to environmental performance, we have done cross-sectional using mono method, which is using the survey. This is a deductive approach with the philosophy of positivism. And for these studies, we have collected around 200 completed responses from the survey that we have collected online. So as for the results, based on the hypothesis mentioned earlier, we have found a significant relationship between all the variables. And if you can see for hypothesis 1, the hypothesis is accepted. It means that there is a significant relationship between giving a green training and the employee's environmental performance. And as for hypothesis 2, it is also accepted, where we can see there is a significant relationship between the green recruitment and also employees' environmental performance. This is similar for hypothesis 3 as well, where we also find a significant relationship between having this green performance management and employees' environmental performance. As for the variables, as for the mediator, we have also found that the mediator, which is the green work engagement, was able to mediate the relationship between all the green HRM practices, such as the green training, green recruitment, green performance management on employees' environmental performance.
So based on this, the result of this finding, we actually understand that the factors of HRM practices, the green HRM practices, and as well as the green work engagement actually is playing a significant roles in the context of organization. So based on that research finding, we will recommend some of the recommendation to the practitioner in the practical context. So the first recommendation is the company is recommended to be proactive in fostering the green HRM practices in their organization, because we know that if we are being reactive to the in fostering the HRM practices in our organization, it might be too late to perform the environmental performance, and it can be too late to contribute to the benefits of the environment. So we would suggest and recommend the companies to optimize their recruitment process by targeting on those candidates who is having a green mindset when they are doing the interview and also the selection process. And the following recommendation would be about will be among different stakeholders in the organization. So the first one would be the top management, and we would suggest that among the top management in organization, they must formulate some of the strict protocols in organization so that the employees will be able to follow those protocols in performing the environmental performance, as well as the stakeholders of employees. So employees, it is a very crucial process to provide some of the knowledge to the employees so that they are well equipped with those knowledge about the environmental management, and that is how they can perform the environmental performance in the organization with all those kind of knowledge. And also reward system. So reward system is designed to motivate the employees to perform the behaviors which is beneficial to the environment. And performance appraisal system, which is also having a significant relationship with the environmental performance as well. And this is suggested and recommended to the companies for them to implement such performance appraisal system in their organization. So that's all from our research for today. We will see you in the next research video. Thank you for your time.